Hello, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Monique Makrin and this is the Millenial Cocktail. My first topic will be about my experience with contraceptives. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor and I have done nothing to do with medicine, so this is purely about my experiences and the experiences of those people around me. I realized something like when the first time I went into a clinic to inquire about contraceptives, I was told things like when you use this method you'll not get side effects, or I was told about side effects that I should expect, but when I got to use it, it was totally different. So I think it's important for me to discuss this, like for someone who have not used contraceptives before, like you can know what to expect from me and from other people. So the first contraceptive that I ever used was the CDN. To be honest, I don't have much to say about that, apart from the fact that the ribbed ones are not for everyone. So guys, before you take that one to your girlfriend and expect that big, you just know that it doesn't work for everyone. Like, it is kind for you to ask her, like, do you love the ribbed one? Do you like the smooth ones? Another thing is the latex. Some people react to the latex, that lubrication. Some people actually are allergic to that and they might experience some itching. If that happens to you, like, don't throw away the CDs and say, this is not for me. No, just move on to the other one. Kuna zile hazina latex, I guess, for those people with allergies. So I was saying the second method that I ever used was the implant. And now when I went to the family planning clinic, the only thing they told me was that it is not 99% sure protection against pregnancy, and that the implant is no protection against HIV. Perfect. But they didn't tell me that I would miss my periods for 1 whole year. Like, immediately they inserted the implant, I never ever received my menses, and that came along with low libido. Like, you just see your husband and you want to run away. It's that serious. Another thing was moods. I was so moody. I used to insult people. Like, you're always on your edge, like you're expecting someone to step on your toes and you can't wait to insult them and tell them how ungrateful they are and how they're all that. So I was very hormonal. Towards the end of the towards the end of the year, I started experiencing headaches, feeling nauseated, and I actually thought I was paged. And I took some tests and it wasn't the case. I consulted some doctors and asked them, like, does the implant cause people to have headaches and nausea? And most of them were like, no, it has no side effects. But when I googled, I could see that women usually experience that. I struggled with that for like 2 months until one day I was in KU. It was after class and I almost fainted. Like, when you stand up and you just feel, unaamka tu na feel kizunguzungu, ni kama hauna nguvu. I was so weak. And I spoke to a friend and told her, I think this implant is messing me up. I need to get rid of it. And she was like, so what do we do? And I called my hubby and I told him, he implant imenichosha, let's go have it changed. So we went to the first hospital, actually the hospital where I delivered. When we went there, the lady told me that we have to test if my uterus qualifies for a coil. Like, since the implant was not working, the other best option was the coil. Like, I was so tired of the hormonal methods. I just wanted something that was non-hormonal, and I had heard about copper, and that's what I wanted. So when I went to the hospital, the nurse checked if my uterus was qualified, and she told me, your uterus does not qualify, so would you rather be on the pill? And I was like, no. Actually, I started crying. Like, sikuwa na imagine kumezanga pills every day and then having to deal with hormones again, because one of this is hormonal, imekuja na its own side effects, and now I'm being told to take something else that is hormonal. I couldn't deal. But when we were on our way back, hubby, he said that maybe we can just try KU because it was just en route. We just got into the campus, went to Ganatu. So in Ganatu, the first thing they did was test if I was pregnant. They have to do that. You can't be on any family planning if you're pregnant, so they have to be sure that you are not. The second thing was to test if my cervix was qualified. They inserted those, whatever they used to measure, and she was like, oh, nice, you qualify. And I was like, pause kidogo. You see why it's good to always check for a second opinion? Yeah, now back to the story. So she said that the first thing would be, it would be best if first of all they inserted the coil, ili kiingia vizuri they can go ahead and remove the implant, rather than getting the implant removed and then the coil backfire, you know. So to be sure, I agreed to that. We went, inserted the coil, like she has to show you, like she showed me, umeona hiyo coil? And I was like, yeah, nimeiona. Then she started, umeona hiyo kitu imetoka bila coil? And I was like, yes. So now you're sure that I inserted the coil? And I was like, yes. So she signed kwa card fulani that someone is given, and then she removed the implant. It's not a big process actually. By the way, let me tell you something. Hiyo time yote nikifeel vibaya about the implant, I was scared of having it removed, because I was thinking inakaa surgery because it's somewhere that they have to cut your flesh, but it's not a big deal. They have to kugonia kwanza. They have to numb you so that you don't feel pain. So they numbed me, got the implant out, and I was on the coil, and she said that okay, fine. The first thing I asked was, what are the side effects? She said that there is no side effects, but maybe the first like 8 hours I will experience some cramps, which happened. Like I could feel a cramping feeling, a stain. So you have to actually have a pad. So when you go to have an implant inserted, carry tampons. No, not tampons, sanitary towels. They do not advocate for tampons, not at least not for the first 1 month. So yes, that was my experience. One thing they didn't tell me is that sex was going to be uncomfortable. Yeah. For like the first 3 times, it was really uncomfortable. Like you feel a painful pressure, like kwa ovaries to the sides of your uterus. But after like 4 times, it gets better. You don't even know that you have something. So in my experience, coil is the best. Like up to today, I do not experience any other side effect. However, I have friends who complain of backaches because of the coil. I also have friends who complain that they got pregnant while on the coil. I do not know about that. Things happen differently for most women. Disclaimer: there's the hormonal and non-hormonal coil. The white one, the Mirena one, is hormonal. Let no one fool you. And that one goes for like, it protects you for 5 years. Me, I had the copper, the non-hormonal one. Yeah, that one is color ya copper, you know, the way copper inakaa reddish brown. That is the no, is it reddish brown? That copper color. And that one protects you for 10 years. With this coil, anytime that I'm ready to get baby number 2, I'll just have it removed and pop, I'm fertile, because it's non-hormonal. The fourth one was the hormonal pills. I know how much I have fought so hard not to be on hormones again, but man, this skin, I have battled serious cases of acne. Like, I don't know if by this sijajua kuedit vizuri. If I discover how to insert pictures, I'm going to insert the picture of me suffering from severe acne. I know that right now it's not healed, but it's okay. Like, I can deal with this. So for my acne, I had tried several methods, like from the organic one, cosmetic ones, backdoor ones, high edge ones. I have tried everything, and at some point, Habi actually advised me, why don't you see a skin specialist? So that's what I did. I googled for the best skin doctors, and I booked an appointment, and I saw one, and he told me that my case was hormonal. Like, this is the way he checked me. Like, I remember him saying kuna tunywele tunaonekana hapo, meaning my androgen levels are high. Well, several things that he used to determine that I had hormonal acne. So the first thing he said was, like, I have to be on hormonal pills. That is the family planning pills. He recommended Yasmin, and he told me that it was going to cost 1,500. I was like, that is too much money. Like I usually do. I said, okay, fine, wacha nitafuta hiyo pesa nakuja. And I knew I wasn't going to go back there. I love window shopping. So I would go from one chemist, ask the price, and I was like, actually, I managed to get one chemist where they were selling it 1,200. And I settled for that. But the lady never told me that when you're taking any family planning, you have to take it the first day of your period. So maybe I was in between my cycle. And since I didn't know that, and I didn't care to Google, which is ignorance, and ignorance is a crime, and it costs you, I just started my Yasmin pills that day. Let me tell you, 3 days after taking Yasmin, I started bleeding. Like I would bleed. It was so bad. I bled for like 2 weeks. Then I said, no, this is not normal. I was in class actually, and we were supposed to hike Mount Longonot as a class. And I remember going to Ghana 2 again and telling the lady na natumia FP inaitwa Yasmin and I'm bleeding so much, but I'm going to hike a mountain and I can't go when the menses is this heavy. And she asked, oh my god, like why, what happened? Nikamu-explainia kitu, and she was like, no, the problem that you did was starting Yasmin before the first day of your cycle. So when you took this hormonal therapy, you disrupted your cycle. That's why you're bleeding. So to stop this, we're going to give you another medication, like another pill. That one, imeandikwa tu GOK. I think that the coil is the best method, for me at least, and for anyone who does not want to use hormonal pills. Apart from that, the daily pill is quite good. Like I didn't experience a lot of hiccups with it. There was no headache, no nausea, no low libido. I didn't gain weight, but people complain about adding weight. Some women say that you add weight when you're on the pill, and also some studies show that when you're on the pill, chances of you getting clots are very high. But come on, we just have to be on one method, or like we just have to use a family planning if you're sexually active. Otherwise utakuwa unalia tu nursery. About the CD, it's the best. If you're not married, use a condom. Wrap it up. If you have any question, comment there. Let's start a discussion. Like for instance, Ebu, tell me, like, have you ever used any family planning method? What was your experience? Do you have any question? Or, like, what have you had? Let's start a discussion. I'll be waiting. If you like the video, kindly like, comment, and also subscribe. I'll be posting real conversations about real issues, and we're going to be very raw and honest, like no PG rating. We will discuss it as it is. We'll be going for adventures, mostly outdoor adventures. Once in a while, I'll be doing product reviews, especially concerning the skin. As I have said, my skin is really struggling. So I'll be doing product reviews, skincare products that is. I'll also be doing reviews for recreational facilities, gyms around Nairobi, restaurants around Nairobi, campsites, hiking places like Longonot. It's going to be fun. Oh, and by the way, I'm so scared of height and deep waters that I'm tempted to do bungee jumping and kayaking. So pray for me that God gives me the money to do kayaking and bungee jumping, so that I'll take you with me. Bye.